border cards. Maybe you have had some problems sometimes with the people working at the customs. So my piece of advice is that I have also had, and I have not managed to deal with my issues, and I was sent back to Finland. So maybe I was a bit provocative, maybe I was a bit rude. I think I might have been a bit aggressive, but if you are polite, remain calm, try to reach an agreement, and you can also ask questions. What can we do? What to do in this situation? What do you suggest? And fine, should I pay a fine? And then someone has sometimes told me that if you slip any notes inside into your documents, I don't recommend. This is my opinion, because I think that all problems cannot be solved with a bribe. And sometimes it happens that when there has been a lot of fuss, you have been running from one room to the other, explaining everything, signing, dealing with these issues, then suddenly in Russia it is typical that a problem resolves itself. So after this period of fussing, and this bribery, it could also be a topic for one lecture, but I think sometimes you may spoil a matter. You offer money, you are too open, you hurt people, you make them angry. I have also been in these kinds of situations that people have offered openly money, because again there is a saying in Russia that poor but proud. So my tip is to refrain from giving bribes, and again consult your Russian friends first, because something to do with the documents, spoken word carries a lot, sometimes more weight than a written word. And if a promise is given, then people may think that why insult with mistrust? If I have promised you something and then I give a piece of document again, now you sign your name. So it is a sign of mistrust, because I have said, and I hope that you believe in me. And also these documents, there are lots of documents needed in Russia, and documents can be obtained through connections. There are available documents that you can buy, and sometimes there are people who don't feel the slightest pangs of conscience. They just buy these documents. For example, certificates and licenses. At the Moscow metro there, on Saturdays there were elderly people. I think they were kind of agents there for working for someone else, selling PhD certificates. I was also addressed and asked whether I would like to buy. And the shadier a person is, the easier for him, her is to get all sorts of documents. Of course, honest and law-abiding citizens have problems. So again, no generalizations. Holidays are close to the Russian heart. They are good at celebrating holidays. During the Soviet times, they were called red days because they were marked with red in calendars. And in the old Russian, red means beautiful, festive, grand. Of course, New Year, Irina knows what it is about. It is one of the favorites. International Women's Day on the 8th of March. It is connected with love, motherhood, family, and also it is a typical feature that sometimes these a holiday and all that there is to it starts a couple of days earlier at work already. And presents, flowers, champagne are always connected with Russian holidays. And also at work, because I have worked in companies earlier, and there were Russian women, they dressed up for the occasion on the 8th of March. Tables were laid, and that's the only day I think that many men take care of women's housework. At least. Protector of Motherland Day is, so this has changed after the collapse of the Soviet Union, because quite often these holidays were connected with Soviet culture. So now there are new holidays. It is so-called Men's Day. It is counterbalance for Women's Day. So Men's Day in brackets. And of course today Orthodox Church is a very important institution. Church in Russia today. And Easter will soon start. I think it's already Shrovetide we have had, and then Lent lasts for fast. That the diets are very limited. Lasts for 7 weeks. May, previously International Workers' Solidarity Day, has lost its meaning now after the Soviet times. So many people use it for working in kitchen gardens. Victory Day in May has remained a very important day, solemn. Veterans Day, veterans dress up, they have decorations and their orders, and again, it is full of pride and glory. An interesting holiday is in September, when schools start. It is Day of Knowledge. It is also a holiday in universities, schools, colleges. Schools start, and especially for those who start their schools at the age for small kids, they bring flowers to the teachers. They come to school again dressed up smartly, wearing white shirts, and accompanied by families, and when we are in Russia, accompanied by relatives. And now I always, at the end of my lesson, session, presentation, I would like to listen to one song with you, not just yet. I have lots of songs, but I chose because you probably all know this Million Roses. Alla Pugatsova has sings it today. And the words have not been translated at all correctly in Finnish. It is completely a different song in Finnish. But in Russian, it tells about a man who was an artist, who had a house, who had property. He fell in love with the woman. He sold everything that he had. He went to a florist, bought roses, red roses, and then this lady, his loved one, is looking out of the balcony, and he sees a field in front of her covered with roses and a man. Okay.